Go, go, go.
Since 1958, rumors about Bigfoot have spread like wildfire. For those who don't know, Bigfoot is said to be a large, hairy, human-like creature. The legend took off when a construction worker named Jerry Crew reported seeing large Bigfoot tracks near his work site in Bluff Creek, California, that year. For searching Bigfoot, a YouTuber named Jer Bear from the YouTube channel Exploring with Bear typically features videos where he explores different haunted places. Most of his content is centered around camping in strange, eerie locations where dozens of people have reported paranormal sightings. In some videos, he camps with his friends, while in others, he takes on the challenge of camping alone in these spooky spots. On August 27th, Jer Bear and his friend decided to head into the Appalachian forest to search for Bigfoot. Now, this isn't just any forest, it's one of the most dangerous in the world. They were super excited to explore, but little did they know, they were about to run into something totally unexpected.
We're boondocking. There's no electric, no water, no nothing.
Boondock.
We're in the middle of like pretty much nowhere.
No, we're in the middle of nowhere, but we're able to park the RV and there's a little fire spot for us. Other than that, we're surrounded by mountains, wood.
At first, they were just having fun, hiking and joking around, making noises to scare each other for laughs. They were really enjoying the adventure. But about 30 minutes into their exploration, things started to get a bit weird.
You hear something on a game film and you go chasing it after?
Oh!
Oh shit, what the freak was that, bro? Did you hear that?
Whew. What was that?
I don't know. Something in that tree. I don't know what
That
it was.
scared the crap
I
out
guess
of
it
me.
could have been a bird.
Whoop!
That's pretty
Whoop! That was good. That's probably what they do.
They make noises like that,
I always did it a little different, but I like that. I think, oh, man, I just heard something fall through there. Hey.
Go, go, go.
Was that a rock?
They claimed to hear this really disturbing noise, and then something happened that was completely unexplainable. A huge stone suddenly came flying at them out of nowhere. Fortunately, they didn't get hurt because the stone hit the branches of a tree instead of them. But here's the thing when you think about it, whoever or whatever threw that stone must have been incredibly strong and really big, because throwing a rock that high up doesn't make any sense for a normal person. It just didn't add up. They didn't just walk away, they started running, trying to get as far from that place as possible. But here's the disturbing part, they claim that whatever was out there began chasing them and even started throwing things at them. That's when things got really creepy. It wasn't just about strange noises anymore, something was actively trying to scare or harm them.
And man, it was so hard to see. I was dropping stuff. I dropped the camera. I hope it's okay. I haven't turned the light on good enough to expect it, but so we went total lights out and just sat here in the dark. And
There's one back and there's like creek bed rocks.
so we just came from there.
I thought for sure I was gonna break my ankle on these rocks. And
Oh man,
I didn't. And then my lights started.
That was
going
dangerous.
Off, my lights started going off. I didn't have a light. I couldn't see where I was running to. That's why I had to stop and wait for you. No offense,
man,
but I was going.
I was
bro.
getting jacked up going over that beaver dam. Something smacked me in the face. I couldn't see nothing.
Man, I still can't breathe.
And I don't even know. Did you? Something was still. After we got over that beaver dam, I was still heard something come flying through, crash right behind us.
Yeah, that's. I was just running, bro. I wasn't even paying attention at that point. I was just gone.
That was dangerous. I don't know. We got to get back to camp, but I don't even want to turn my light on. That'll like reveal where we've been. We've been like just quiet listening. I haven't heard nothing. Probably shh. I swear I just heard like a twitch. Grab my light. Turn your light off. Turn your light off. This man behind us. Go. Don't stop.
Somehow, they managed to escape from that disturbing place and make it back to their camper van. They were left wondering about who or what could have thrown that stone. The characteristics of whatever they encountered didn't seem human, but if it was a person, it still didn't make sense how they could have thrown a stone so high. It left them with a lot of questions and an eerie feeling about what they had just experienced.
So that's where we're sleeping in the
Grizzly Gaz is a YouTube channel dedicated to camping, where Grizzly travels all over the country with his dog, Fendi. Most of his videos are straightforward, showing him setting up camp, exploring the surroundings, and spending the night in simple, peaceful places. However, not all of his videos are the same. Some of them are quite disturbing. In a few videos, you might witness a wild animal attack or hear or see something unsettling. In most of his videos, Grizzly Gaz usually camps on foot, exploring different locations with his dog, Fendi. However, on August 4th, he uploaded a video that was a bit different. This time, he went camping in a medieval village, but instead of hiking, he stayed in his cozy camper van. In the first part of the video, Grizzly Gaz explores the medieval village for a while.
I think there's 3 churches up here. Well, there might just be 2. One old, decrepit one. Oh, here it is. There's the first one. And the other one's just behind it, over there. But we need to figure out a way to get down to it.
After checking it out, he returns to his tent, which is set up near his van, only about a 5-minute walk from the village.
I don't know. Let me know what you think. There you go, mate. Got some din-dins.
As the sun began to set, Grizzly Gaz went to sleep right away. However, around 2 a.m., he woke up to a sound that resembled someone screaming.
For a bit, but I ended up just drifting off to sleep. It's been peaceful though. But I've just woken up to what sounded like someone screaming. Can't figure out what that is. Must be some type of bird.
If you listen closely, you can hear it too, but there's a chance it might not be what it seems. The scream could have come from a wolf or another animal, but it still gave off a weird, unsettling feeling, probably because he was alone, and the situation was quite disturbing. Since 2020, Novice Wild Camper has been consistently uploading videos to his channel, where he mostly shares his experiences exploring different woodlands for camping and reviews various camping gear options, often focusing on budget-friendly choices. His videos typically have a relaxed and informative vibe, showing viewers how to set up camp, what gear to use, and tips for enjoying the great outdoors without breaking the bank. But in October 2023, something different happened. He went on a camping trip in a woodland area and started filming what seemed like a regular video. At first, everything appeared normal, just like in his other videos. He was casually talking to his viewers, discussing the camping gear he brought along and explaining the plans he had for setting up camp. The video seemed routine, with nothing out of the ordinary. However, as the video progressed, a strange and unsettling feeling began to creep in.
There are a couple of houses, probably about 300 yards away, which I don't think own this woodland because it's got open access from the side roads. There's no signage up. So, fingers crossed we'll be alright. Famous last words.
After searching for about 10 minutes to find the perfect spot to set up his hammock, Novice Wild Camper finally came across an ideal area. To properly set up a hammock, you need 2 trees that are perfectly lined up, and this spot had just that. He quickly got to work, setting up his hammock and then showing the cooking gadgets he had brought along for the trip. With everything in place, he started preparing his meal as the sun began to set. As night began to fall, he ate his dinner and settled in to sleep. Before that, he set up his camera to capture a night sky cinematic, which turned out to be really good. However, around 3 a.m., things took a turn. It started to rain and he claimed to hear some strange noises. The sounds were unsettling enough to wake him up, and he quickly stopped his cinematic recording to figure out what was going on. So according to Novice Wild Camper, things got seriously creepy that night. Around 3 a.m., he got woken up by the rain and some weird noises. Then out of nowhere, something big hit his hammock, hard enough to make him bounce out of it. When he checked it out, he found a rock lying on the ground next to his hammock. It wasn't there when he went to sleep, so it was obvious that something or someone had thrown it at him. That alone was enough to freak him out, because getting a rock thrown at your tent in the middle of the night is pretty scary. But then things got even weirder. Right after he realized what happened with the rock, a big branch suddenly crashed down onto his hammock. Normally you'd hear a branch making some noise as it falls, but this one didn't make a sound until it hit. It was like the branch just came out of nowhere, which made the whole thing even more unsettling. He said there was no warning before it hit, and that silence before the impact made it even creepier. With both the rock and the branch incidents happening back to back, he was really on edge. It wasn't just about being scared anymore. It felt like something was actually trying to mess with him.
But the weirdest thing was, the rain started to die down. So it was just a tiny pitter-patter. And suddenly by my hammock, a massive, massive thud hits the ground and bounces. And I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there when I went to bed. And I lay back down, and I'm just laying there listening. Then another one. And then another one. This went on 3 or 4 times at least. And then a large branch. There was no crack. There wasn't like a crack and then a crash. Just a large branch hit my tarp. It bounced the tarp down onto the hammock and then bounced off the tent.
And if you think about it, sure, maybe it could have been an animal, like a monkey, that threw the rock or the branch. But here's the thing, monkeys usually stay with their group, and if it was just an animal, you'd expect to hear some noise or rustling before anything got thrown. Animals aren't exactly quiet, especially in the middle of the night, but in this case there was no sound, no warning, just the rock and the branch suddenly coming out of nowhere. That's what makes the whole situation so strange and unsettling. But not long after, he started hearing what sounded like someone approaching him.
Right, it's 7:30. I'm back at camp.
With the rain falling, it was hard to make out exactly what he was hearing, but there were definitely sounds that seemed like someone or something was getting closer. As soon as the sun began to rise, he didn't waste any time. He packed up his things as quickly as he could and got out of there.
And I'd done my goodbye video on the way down here. But
Love Sundays on YouTube is a content series that mixes adventure, van life, and community engagement. The channel often features activities like van camping, surfing, and exploring hidden spots in Cornwall. A big focus is on stealth camping, which means living in your van without drawing attention, so you don't have to pay fees or deal with people who might not want you there. The videos usually showcase beautiful locations and the joy of discovering new places while living life on the road. On September 11, 2022, Love Sundays released a new video documenting another stealth camping experience. Initially, the video has a relaxed and pleasant tone, with Love Sundays engaging casually with viewers while showcasing the everyday aspects of van life, including cooking dinner and enjoying the simplicity of van camping. Everything seems to be going well, and the content feels comfortable and familiar. However, as night falls, things start to become increasingly disturbing.
Just so nobody worries about me dying, I do have a carbon monoxide tester in the van, so if this is too much, it will go off. I've also cracked the window at the front just to let some of the heat out, but I have no idea why I chose to cook something that needs boiling on a day like today when it's this warm. Getting ready for bed, watch a movie. I am gonna go outside though just to check to see how well the blackout curtain's working. I don't want to have all the lights on in here if you can see any form of light peeking out through the curtains. Turn the lights off and go to sleep. Good night. I just heard something outside.
Around 8 p.m., Love Sundays went to sleep, but in the middle of the night, around 2 a.m., the disturbing knocking sound began. It seemed as though someone was trying to break into his van, but the extreme security of the van prevented them from getting in. The intruder eventually left. It was unclear who the person was, possibly a homeless individual or just a random stranger. Although people were roaming the area, which wasn't unusual, the situation still felt unsettling. And if you guys want to check out their channels, you can find the links in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.